Hi everyone. Let me quickly introduce you to the Infuriance connector we have added to the Mac project. The purpose of this connector is to support the Infuriance LLM offerings like Grok, Hugging Face, Ollama with a dedicated connector. You will see that few of those are supported here as well in the means of the iChain connector. But on long term, we will move those offerings directly into the Infuriance connector. And this connector will mainly focus on the LLM providers, which are dedicated on their models like OpenAI, Anthropic, Mistral, Azure OpenAI, and few others like Gemini and so on. While as here, we will go more into offering LLM inference offering providers like Grok, Hugging Face, and so on. So how can you get started with this connector? You will see also on our GitHub org. This is the new connector we have added. It has been released under 0.1.0 release. It's open source, but we have applied all the best practices from the certification guide of MuleSoft when you build a connector. So it supports already Java 17 runtime. And if you want to get started with, you have this section here, getting started. And you can copy here the commands, and let's do that together. I'm already in my right folder for that in download, so I will do it here. So the repo is copied, and now I can continue and add the Maven variables, the right properties for Java 17. And now I will be copying the commands to Java 17. This one, and we should probably see 0.1.0 version being installed and compiled. Once this is done, we go into Studio. It's done. It's a pretty simple, straightforward connector. We need to add a new project here. So let's say make inference demo. Finish it. Let's empty the bin as well. Okay. Now we can go to home of our Mule app and add the right dependency here. And I will probably get rid of the socket connector. I don't need it for this demo. So it's gone. And we will just put this right and provide here the 0.1.0 version. And that's it. The connector should appear here. It is there. You see we support 4 operations for now, and that's good enough because you can combine these operations with the vectors connector to build your agents as demonstrated or highlighted here with any vector databases behind the scenes and knowledge bases. So you have those capabilities already available in the Mac project, and the combination will provide you the solution. So now let's get started. We are going to use one of my local models. So that wasn't the right window, but this one. So let me just do here a clear and look what are the models I have in Ollama. This is what I will be connecting. So Phi3 is there, and I can now create a new configuration. The configuration will be for inference connector, Ollama. I don't have an API key, that's okay. But I have the model installed locally. Token, temperature, top P you can configure. This is important. This is the local URL. If you don't have it locally and it's not running on this port, you have to change it. But that's the default parameter for inference. You can see we have the Ollama base URL. Enter it here. Press OK, and you are ready to go, probably. The only thing which is missing now is a listener. We will call it by default. We call it chat, the resource here, and we will use the chat answer prompt. Here we have already our Ollama configuration linked, so that's fine. And now here I can say this will be prompt, and that's probably it. Let me also show you what we are providing as part of the attributes. I think in Ollama we won't see the attributes because there are not many. but let me still edit here. So we have JSON and we have the payload, the default payload, what we received from Ollama, and attributes will be attributes. Yeah, so that should be fine. Save it, and now we can start the app. And while this is starting up, we will go here and go to localhost chat. The body will be prompt, and then what is the capital of Switzerland? I need to wait until the app is started, which it is now. Now send it, and you should see probably the response by the V3 model running on my local machine. And it shouldn't take too much time. Here you can see it. So it's done, that's fine. And it also describes additional things. And you see also here some additional properties, finish reason, what was the model used. There's no ID provided, but that's okay. We have the output, input, total token, which are being used by your local model. And that is the very first operation we had here. So in the next video, we are going to talk about the others as well. Thanks a lot.